Yeah, good girl. Okay, I've got everything here. And I'm sorry about that. It's like, I think that's what's going. I don't know. This is the second time on Wednesday I froze too before I'd finished what I was saying. Akeisha, I think I got yours in. I think I got yours in front before. If I didn't, here's what we got. Karen B was 19, 21, 22. And I got in brackets here, a lot of faith. I forgot what I said there. Akeisha, I said, no worries because you're moving in the right direction. Karen was 122. I don't know what I've got here. 213, right. I think I was in the middle of saying that when I was advised I had frozen again. Okay. So Karen, if you're listening, and if not, you can hopefully find this. Everything, with number one, it says everything is beginning of the newness and having faith as you proceed forward. And the 13 supports that. But that number 2 says you might believe as you're moving forward of another decision or another way of doing things. And what's going to happen there is that it's going to begin to be fun, like really hard. So I don't know. It feels like it messes things up. So the key here is that you make your decision, you made your awareness, you keep going with faith, with understanding, and realizing that with new things, you have a lot of things that go on to move in the direction that you want to. So we want to just say, keep on, watch that number 2, thinking, did I make the right decision? Do I have to make another decision? I just want to clear the number 2 out of there because otherwise everything is perfect. You're moving forward lovely. With Yvonne, I had you down as 4, 18, and 20. I was talking at the time when I got the message that I had frozen. There's something going on with the energies right now, which is why it's hitting some of us physically. It's also making us a little unsure in some ways, shape, or form. And what I'm seeing here is that the lack of trust of what's going to come down the turnpike gives that fear and that uncertainty, what you might look as worry, but it's really a fear. And the part of it here really is accepting where you want them to be and where you want to go. Sometimes we have to look at our auras when that's happening. Is it too big? Bring it back in close to yourself. 4 to 6 inches even. Let your own energy come in so that you're contained a little more. Because what happens when these energies, they're coming in and we don't recognize that they're coming in, swirling in, especially those of us that have maybe all of a sudden had some physical discomfort, like in backs and my hip and a few other things, like where are they coming from? Why is that happening? Is that sometimes because we're so confident in our own energy fields, we're not looking at what else is coming around. So that is important. And so I'm going to do a treatment for you here, Yvonne, which hopefully you will hear because I don't see you back in here yet. Yes, Ashika, I do have yours. I'll come back to you in a minute. Yvonne, worry, fear, it's fear of the unknown. So I know in the relationship of Yvonne and the grand design of all things, there is an understanding of how thought and energy works. I also want to shine a light on that very often when we are at one and at peace with ourselves, these other, what shall I call it, energies, creep into the inner sanctum of ourselves. So we begin to lose faith a little bit. So we begin to question. And but what it says here with the 20 is the acceptance that the power that is there is what you work with, that you have the understanding. And so in this treatment of knowing, the energy is there for you to work with. And that you don't give the worry, the fear, first of all, recognize worry is fear, and then don't give it any power. Always, I've talked about this before. You want to change a thought, freeze the thought you don't want, evaporate it so it's no there, and then replace it with what you want, which could be just peace of mind or an understanding or a goal that you might have. All those things, those are all very, very, very important. I give thanks on the knowing of this, that as you move forward and that 20 acceptance of the power that you have, that all of this will just whistle away very, very easily. Akisha, what I had for you was 5, 13, and 17. And it was talking about changing. I want you to know that I don't see any problems in you changing your job, the new future. If from here it looks really, really good. Everything's in balance, shows newness, it shows growth. And if you need any information, it'll come to you. It's like you're really on a good trajectory where you're heading. So in the treatment is, I know the one power Manisa is with Ashika as she moves forward with strength, vigor, and enlivenment. We just move forward in the direction of where you're going and allow all that around you. So that's good. I like that. Then I had a Jackie V here somewhere, I think. Yeah, I don't know. It was under, maybe it was on the other page. Okay. We'll leave that to later. Okay, I love Math 07. Let's see what we've got. My ambition disappeared again. I have no idea why. Just tell me what you need. Healing, the healing to prevent eviction and get the money you need within a few days. I don't know if I'm that. Hey, you got numbers down there. You wrote them out instead of looking at the other things. 6, 16, 19. Also feeling a 17, yeah, because that's balancing. 07. Well, the numbers here, 16 always shows that something from the outside comes in and kind of demolishes everything. But 19 shows a rebirth, and 17 is about rebalancing your energies. So even though there may be, the eviction may go through, I don't feel discouraged. I feel that the money or whatever it is you need will come through. So let me do a treatment on it and see what comes through there. I think the thing is that when we have situations happen, we think that's the end all and be all, but it isn't. It's often the beginning of a lot of new and wonderful things. Okay. I know in the one power, as I speak my word for Math 07, that the memory or the realization is that the power is within to create newness. And as it creates newness, sometimes it comes not so nice, but it gives the opportunity for newness and growth and progress, where you're able to balance everything with such ease and grace. Somehow I feel a barrier between your mind and the universal love force. It's like you trust the mind more than the universal love force. That's what it feels like at this moment, looking at what we're looking at here. And I'm just going to suggest you relax and begin to trust that it will open up to show you in the direction of where you're going. For that is what we find is important here, is that you begin to trust the force, if you will, God, if you will. But whatever you believe in that's bigger than you. I work with the love force. You might work with something very different. A lot of people call it God. A lot of people call it all sorts of names. But that energy is there. But I feel separation. So it means you're probably too much in your head. You need to come out and begin to work with the force. Tell them it's not about pleading. It's about stating a fact of what you specifically want. I think whatever's going on right now, you said in a few days, is going to propel you into a new understanding. And so I give thanks for that knowingness, that feeling, and by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay, here we go here. Finally, you figured out a way of doing it. I'm very proud of you. Yeah, good for you. Aikisha, yes, I did have that, and I did have your numbers, and I didn't know I'd froze. There's nothing that tells me I freeze. I'm glad you guys are there to tell me. What did you see? I just talked about yours. Where were you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The numbers that you gave me, Aikisha, before 5, 13, and 17 really shows that you will make that transition of job and everything really, really well. I think that the work that you have done in the last months, you need to have a pat on your back. You need to recognize that you are utilizing what's going on in such a way that you are moving forward and life is working with you. So I just want you to know that the energy of the forces, love force, as I call it, has got your back. And with the numbers, both the numbers 13 and 17, it shows transition, but it's good transition. So the number 5 is kind of more of having more knowledge come in. So the more you learn, even through this show, that hopefully doesn't get frozen again. I have to find them, talk to them, and find out why I am freezing. And find the element of where you're heading, because it's good. It's very, very good. So I know that. Okay. Hi, Rena. Hi, Rena. Stable. Okay. It looks like something. Hang on, I got to work it out. Hi, Norma. The energy around getting full-time employment, which is 3, 6, and 9, or stable part-time. Okay, work. But basically, it's work. Okay, number 3 is the Empress, which is in abundance. 6 is need more knowledge is required, and 9 is a sort of similar. Hermit. Okay, first of all, what I'm going to say is you're going to need to look in your heart to see what you really want to do. Then align with the force, the love force, God, Jesus, whatever you want to, the deity you want to work with. And know that I just feel you'll be presented with it. But you've got to get clear in your head first. You got to get clear as I would like to do this or like to do that. You might have 2 or 3 you would like to do, but I think you have to have more energy behind it before it'll manifest, because you're kind of not sure which way do I go, what do I do? I just want work. Well, no, let's figure what kind of work you want to do. What would you like to do? What would enhance you? What would you whatever. Anyway, let me give a treatment on this. I was reading ahead, and I'm sorry, lost my attention. It's not been a pleasant night with this thing going funny. I know there is one power, and I know there is one essence. And as I speak my word for Rena, I know that abundance is all around her of what she wants to create. And it is using the knowledge, using the strength, and using the power that is within her, and so that she can listen to where. It's like you have it within you to know where to go, how to go. But I feel it to myself when I look at that is that you have to get a little bit more directive. You've got to say, you know, I really want to like to work in this area, that area, the other. Or maybe it could be around the money you want to earn, so that there is more direction for the forces to be able to bring this to you. I think if you get more clear on that, then the energy just is there. It's just there because it's got its direction. It has to have direction. Otherwise, it could be anything. But I feel here is that you got the love going. You got to use it. You got to get there because the answer lies within you. So it's about you putting it the way that you want. Okay. I give thanks for this knowingness, and I give thanks that Rena will find the work. There was a couple of work things here tonight. So a couple of things. Okay, I love math. So 7, Marion told us to send you a message, telepath. I can forget that when I'm busy like this because your mobile was switched off. Oh, yes, it is, because I can't have people calling in when I'm on this thing. There was a Yvonne. I got hers, I think, but I didn't take a screenshot. No, I got hers. So I don't have her message or her number right now. That didn't come through. I spoke to it again earlier on this one, I believe. Yvonne, yeah, I did. I talked to her about that. And plus, I know she can phone me and we'll figure that out. Okay, this is 2 times in a row that I have frozen because I froze on Wednesday. That totally upset me, actually. And I didn't even go back and listen to it till the day after. But I don't know what's happened because this is the second time it's happened. Yeah. Okay, good, Rena. Thanks. Yeah, it does. Sometimes you just have to have some clarity on that. You don't want to be all out there. You want to get more. This is what I really want to do, and it will bring it. It will bring it forward. I know that there's no opposition to that once you have clarity in your mind, and that's what we can all remember is that we need clarity of where we're heading. You know. So, yeah, no, you can't get through to me when I'm working on this because I don't I have to put it on silent because people phone and it makes a noise. And usually we talk through the chat line, so it's okay. So sorry about this. I hope to be able to sort it out before Wednesday when I talk again on Norma Talks. And thank you for your support here. Oh, hang on a minute. I got another one popped in as I was leaving. Okay, this is Kathy M. My family dream coming to fruition. 4/15/30/31. Okay, we don't have a 31, but that's all right. I'll just split that in 2. Got a lot of doubt about it coming true, but the possibilities are there. There may be something that you need to do because the 3 and the 1 are both 31 makes 3 and 1, which brings a lot of energy and doing, creating through but doing. Where the first 2, no, you're stuck. So if you want a family dream to come true, before I even do the treatment on it, is that you have to get your belief on the ability to be able to create what it is that you want. So let me do a treatment on that. I know there is one power and there is one essence. And I know as I speak my word for Kathy M, that there is a need to let go fear, to let go resistance of change, and to allow the energies from whatever you believe in. And if you don't believe in anything, get it, find it, what you believe in, to allow that love to begin to work for you so that you can create. Because once the love begins working for you on the inside, it all begins to happen on the outside. When we have uncertainty, when we have fear, when we have not knowingness, the key of creating is knowingness. And when I look into the power here, as I know I sort of shifted in the treatment, but it's like You got to get the inner side of you working in order to create what you want. And right now, from the look of this, it's not working. So you have to begin to believe. However you do that, there's many ways, but that's what needs to happen here for you to get it. So you want it to come into fruition, you got to believe it. You got to ask to be shown how to get it. You've got to become more connected to the power. Now, I work with the power of love. Some people work with God or a name of a deity of some sort that supports them and they believe in. Doesn't matter as long as you believe it and it works for you. Those of us that appear on this know and have made changes in their lives because they know the power of knowing what they need to do. So I'm going to give thanks here for this crazy night. And I trust I will find out why I've been freezing. Okay. Wishing you all well. I love you all. Okay. Bye-bye now.